Hi friends, I am Amradendu Anil. Do you ever heard about catalyst and catalysis? Today we are going to discuss about catalyst and catalysis in surface chemistry. Catalysts are those substances which helps to alter a chemical reaction but themselves remain chemically and quantitatively unchanged after the reaction. Now we can go detail into the topic.
Okay, now we can go detail into the topic. First, let us consider an example of decomposition of potassium chloride. During that reaction, the temperature range will be between 653 to 873 Kelvin. Okay, the decomposition occurs with a temperature range of 653 to 873 Kelvin. Now we are adding some manganese dioxide, that is MnO2, to this reaction. Now we can observe that there will be a considerably lower temperature range, that it will be become 473 to 633 Kelvin, and also the reaction will take place in a much accelerated rate, and the added manganese dioxide will remain unchanged with respect to its mass as well as its composition. There will be no change. Okay, now we can go about catalyst and catalysis. The substances which accelerate the rate of a chemical reaction and themselves remain chemically and quantitatively unchanged after the reaction are known as catalyst, and the phenomenon is known as catalysis. These substances has the ability to alter a chemical reaction but it will not affect its chemical composition, and such a substance is known as catalyst, and this phenomenon is known as catalysis. There are mainly two characteristics for catalysis. First one is that the catalyst remain unchanged in mass and chemical composition. Second, in case of reversible reaction, the catalyst does not influence in the composition of reaction, but its only purpose is to maintain an equilibrium. Okay, now we can go about promoters and poisons. There are certain substances which helps to enhance the activity of a catalyst, and there are substances which reduces the activity of a catalyst, and those substances which enhances the activity of a catalyst is known as promoters, and those substances which reduces the activity of a catalyst are known as poisons. Now we are having an example about in Haber's process for manufacturing of ammonia. In that reaction, Fe, that is iron, is the catalyst, and molybdenum, that MO, it acts as the promoter in this reaction. N2 plus 3H2 in the presence of iron and molybdenum gives 2NH3, that is the reaction. Now we are mainly having two kinds of catalyst: homogeneous catalyst and heterogeneous catalyst. Homogeneous catalyst means that when the reactants and the catalyst are in the same phase. Phase means that it can be solid, liquid or gas, and if both the reactants and the catalyst are in the same phase, it is said to be homogeneous catalyst. And we are having some example. First one is the oxidation of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide, where dioxygen in the presence of oxides of nitrogen as the catalyst in the lead chamber process. In that process, we have the SO2 and dioxygen, sulfur dioxide and dioxygen both are in the gaseous phase, and the NO, that is oxides of nitrogen, it is also in the gaseous phase. Therefore, it is a homogeneous catalyst. Second example, it is about the hydrolysis of methyl acetate. It is catalyzed by H plus ions furnished by hydrochloric acid. Here also both the reactants and the catalyst are in the same phase. Okay. Third one, we are having the example of hydrolysis of sugar is catalyzed by H plus ions furnished by sulfuric acid. In that reaction, C12H22O11 as well as the H2O both are in the liquid phase, and the catalyst it is in the liquid phase. Therefore, it is a homogeneous catalyst. Okay, hope you all understood that. Now we can move into heterogeneous catalyst. Upon the catalytic process in which the reactants and the catalyst are in the different phase, that is maybe the reactant is solid and the catalyst is liquid, or the catalyst will be solid, or the reactants can be liquid or gaseous. Such a reaction is known as heterogeneous catalysis. Now we are having the example. First one about the oxidation of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide in the presence of PT. We already know PT is a metal, inert metal, platinum, inert metal, therefore it is a solid. SO2 and O2 both are what? both are reactants, they are in the gaseous state, but the platinum, it is a solid, therefore it is a heterogeneous catalyst. Now, next example is the combination between dinitrogen and dihydrogen to form ammonia in the presence of finely divided iron in the Haber's process. In that also, the reactants are in the gaseous state while the catalyst is in the solid state. Catalyst is in the solid state, reactants is in the gaseous state. Now, the oxidation of ammonia into nitric oxide in the presence of platinum gas in Ostwald's process. In that NH3 and O2 both are what? Gaseous, and the platinum, it is a solid. You know that, therefore it is a heterogeneous reaction. The reactants are in gaseous state while the catalyst is in the solid state. Okay, hope you all understood that. Now we are having the last example. It is about the hydrogenation of vegetable oils in the presence of finely divided nickel as catalyst. Here the nickel, it is a solid, then vegetable oil, it will be a liquid, and H2, it is the gaseous, and the nickel, it is solid. Therefore one of the reactant is in liquid phase and the other is in the gaseous state, but nickel, it is in the solid state. Therefore it is a heterogeneous catalyst.
Hope you all understood the concept very clearly. In this video, we learn about what are catalysts, catalysis, promoters and poisons, as well as homogeneous and heterogeneous catalysts. Thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day.